Hello, and welcome to the We Recommend podcast, a movie podcast where every week we recommend a movie for you to watch and then come back here and listen to us discuss. I'm Jesse.
I'm Jason.
All right, you proved your point. You broke into my vault. Congratulations. You're a dead man.
Yeah.
Because this week we recommend Ocean's 11. Man, I said that weird. Yay, everybody's like, nah, I'm good with this. So, this movie is slick. It's stylish. It's fun. It's just a goddamn masterpiece of a heist movie. What do you think
Yeah, I love this.
of Ocean's 11?
Incredible.
Right?
So much fun.
There was something I was reading about this, and Steven Soderbergh, the director of this movie,
Mhm.
he was talking about, it's like, I wanted to make a movie that is just like nothing bad happens to any of the people
Aw.
in it. And
Except
it's like,
for Terry.
yeah, except for Terry. But, fuck Terry,
Fuck
right?
Terry.
He was just going to give away Tess. And I was just like, oh, yeah, this movie's like fucking, if you're in England, like a cup of tea in the morning or something. Nice black coffee in the morning.
Cheerio.
And that's what it makes me feel like. I'm just like, oh, all my friends are here. Come on, guys. Let's watch Ocean's
Let's
11.
Steal some shit.
Brad, get over here. George, get over here. Cheeto with your weird ass accent, get over here. Terrible accent from Don Cheadle. And something like this is the Avengers of heist movies.
I'd say
Right.
so. Yeah, that's pretty.
I feel they're just Soderbergh's like, I want all my friends in this movie. Oh, they just happen to be some of the best and biggest stars in the biz. Come over here.
So is Danny Ocean's a real person, right?
Oh, I
Is
don't know.
he a real criminal?
I don't think so. I think it's all made up, right?
I don't know.
I know this movie was a remake of something. Oh, well, a remake of Ocean's 11. That was in the 60s. I've never watched that though.
No, I never knew it was made in
Yeah.
the 60s.
Yeah. But yeah, I just love like the entire cast is great. George Clooney as Danny Ocean, Brad Pitt as Rusty, Julia Roberts, Matt Damon.
No, he's not a real person.
Yeah, I did think so. You got Bernie Mac. Oh, R.I.P. Miss you, bud. Did you ever watch the Bernie Mac show?
Cracker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did
Call
a
it
little
White
bit.
Jack. Love Bernie Mac. He's so funny. Elliot Gould. Yes.
That's the tech guy.
No, he's the guy that's like
Oh, the hairy chest gold
funds
chain
it.
man.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
Ross and Monica's father in Friends. If
Nice.
you ever watched it?
Yeah,
Great.
yeah. I've seen Friends.
Then you got Casey Affleck, Scott Conn. Just amazing. And then of course Carl Reiner, legend. Yeah, I could just watch these guys do anything. And I was so glad that they did 2 more of these, even though they're not nearly as good as this movie, but still fun. Yeah, so notice anything about Brad Pitt's performance?
What do you mean?
I mean, just like while watching it, have you noticed like, what man, he's like constantly doing something that I don't
I mean,
You
I
know-
know he's constantly eating,
constantly
doing stuff with his mouth.
That's just like actually a thing that Brad Pitt does in his movies. I guess it's just like people have their ticks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like a lot of actors.
I
Like
had a tick the other day.
Yeah, I found a tick in the yard the other day. Killed it.
It wasn't on you,
No.
you lucky
Well, we were
bastard.
doing yard work, so and I was like, that's a tick. Crushed
I
it,
got
and it
so many ticks.
Probably didn't die because they're impossible to kill.
No,
but-
you pop them like
Yeah.
like a little.
Ugh, I know. I can't do it. It
I
makes me
love
feel
it.
bad.
Oh, it's just so satisfying.
If I can't kill him instantly, I don't like it.
I'm like, give me back my blood.
It's like if I have to pick it up, look it in the eyes, and squish it, I can't do that. But like, let's say in Friends, like if you ever watch it, just like notice Rachel, she has like a tick that she does. It's like, like she does something like that.
Really?
But like most actors have ticks like that.
I always just look at her boobs.
Yeah. Okay. So, but yeah, I guess the idea here is Brad Pitt's always eating in his movies. If you ever go back and watch them, he's like eating a lot. But the idea came from, was an actual idea from Brad Pitt, who came up for his character. He reasoned that with all the planning and preparation needed for the heist, Rusty would never have time to sit down and eat a meal. But in the DVD commentary, he admits that they made a mistake by introducing Rusty's eating habits in the first scene, which is before the heist planning begins. But yeah, I was just like, man, every time we see him, I was just like, I'm getting hungry,
Yeah, like,
dude.
characters aren't supposed to eat.
Yeah. So are you like a big fan of heist movies?
I do love heist movies. I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm like a huge fan. I like them.
We need more of them.
Yeah.
I feel like they just got replaced at some point in
By
society.
superheroes.
Yeah. I mean, kind of. They all too busy doing superhero movies to do these.
Well, and maybe they've just run out of ways to steal shit.
Yeah, that's true. But
No.
Steven Soderbergh says, "Nah, dog. I've made 10 of these things." Do you know anything about Steven Soderbergh?
No.
So he's kind of one of those guys. He came up because of Sundance Film Festival,
Oh,
which
nice.
is where a lot of indie directors at the time in the 90s kind of came up. That's Kevin Smith, Clerks.
Oh no.
Like
yeah.
Soderbergh, he was one of those that, like that's why he went to Sundance to find these new directors.
Fuck yeah.
Because he made his first movie, Sex, Lies, and Videotape. Have you ever
Oh,
seen
shit.
it?
No.
It's so good,
Is that
bro.
what was it in Sundance?
Yeah, and then he won like an award for it. It's got James Spader, Andy McDowell, Peter Gallagher, the guy with the eyebrows himself, and it's just essentially like James Spader's like a damn ass freak who likes to talk about sex with people and video them,
Oh,
Sex,
right.
Lies, and Videotape.
Okay.
It's really good. It's just kind of like a quiet, talkative movie. And then, man, he just went all along. He made Out of Sight. Have you ever seen that? George Clooney, J-Lo? So good.
I don't think so.
It's hot as fuck. Aaron Brockovich, Julia Roberts.
seen that one.
Yeah.
I didn't know he made that.
Yeah, that movie's perfect.
And it's like 3 hours long.
Yeah. He won Best Director for that, I believe.
It was a good movie.
And then he did the movie Traffic, Ocean's 11.
Hell yeah.
And then skip a few times after doing a bunch of those. He did the Che Part 1 and 2. Contagion.
I don't know.
It's a movie everybody's like, wow, Steven Soderbergh made a movie about pandemic. Let's all watch it during COVID.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I
and it's
think I
just
did
like,
see it.
wow, they found a cure way faster in that movie than in real life. And everybody just took it and didn't call it a disaster. And then there's a movie he made called Haywire, which I recommended before.
No,
And it's just kind of like a fighting movie or like spy movie. It's really good. And then he did The Magic Mike.
Haven't seen that one.
Haven't seen it? It's really good.
My younger brother loved that movie.
Yeah, I actually, when I watched it, I was like, oh, this isn't just like a. I didn't realize Steven Soderbergh directed it when I watched it, and then I was like, oh, because I was watching it with my girlfriend at the time. I was like, this movie's a little bit darker than I thought it was gonna be.
Really?
Well, because I was like, oh, it's just like
So it's just
Mel.
about wieners?
Yeah, it wasn't just about it. But that was actually good. He did a movie called Unsane. He started just doing like really like movies that came out of nowhere, like really low budget, and he was obsessed with filming things on an iPhone, which is like honestly from 2018, it's like all he did was film things on iPhones.
That's wild.
But then he did like Unsane, High Flying Bird, Let Them Talk, No Sudden Move, which is on HBO, is really good. Kimmy, which is a really good movie. It's like hour and 20 minutes, and it's like a perfect little thriller.
Cool. Is it like the Unstoppable Kimmy Schmidt?
Yeah, just like it.
Oh, okay, sounds good.
And then he's had like 2 movies this year, Presence and Black Bag, and I haven't watched either one. Black Bag's on Peacock if you want to check it out. But that's a rundown of Steven Soderbergh for you. And so just a couple little facts here. Apparently there was no egos on set. And
What?
one of their favorite things is whoever showed up late would get a standing ovation from everybody for being
That's
late.
embarrassing.
It's great. And like everyone on set, like all these giant name stars, they all took a pay cut so
Wow.
that they could all be in this movie, which is,
That's really cool.
yeah, it's great. They're like, it was, who said it? Clooney was apparently the star to take lead on this decision of everybody taking a cut. Said, if we all get paid, we can't make the movie. And they're
Aw.
all like, art. And so George Clooney was the one that lured Julia Roberts to make the movie.
Topher Grace had to pay double to be in the movie.
Yeah, he had to pay them. It's like, please get me out of this 70 show, even though I think it was already over. So she won her Oscar for Aaron Brockovich. Roberts was earning $20 million per movie at this point, which is great. And in order to woo her to Ocean's 11, George Clooney told GQ that he sent her the script with a $20 bill and a note explaining he'd heard it was her rate now.
Nice.
20 per film. Apparently George Clooney was really bad at gambling because they all really like during production and stuff, they all gambled together and stuff, and he was one of the worst.
Yeah, when they're in the poker scene with everyone at the table, he's got like a really bad poker face.
Yeah, I know. He's like, But the thing is, he's like so charming and handsome. It's like, you don't need a poker face,
Just take
sir.
my money,
Just
sir.
oh, you got 21 7 times in a row.
You just keep betting so he'll look at you.
Yeah. And then, like I said earlier, Soderbergh was aiming for a movie that just had a sense of fun, and that he didn't want anything terrible to happen to the characters. And in the making of documentary, he joked, "It's probably the least threatening film I've ever made." I was like, and I'm glad about that.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And so I guess they were able to do whatever they want in the casinos. Like all these casinos give them like full access to everything.
Whoa.
It was great.
That's nice.
And apparently the pinch was based on a real device.
Nice. Like an atomic bomb.
Yeah. The production team explained that the device is actually based on a real life machine and that they were able to check it out in person to help with their own design. That's all the information they gave me about it.
Damn. So they're just making things that could take out an entire city's electric grid?
Yeah.
That's fun.
Isn't it fun?
I like thinking about that.
Yay. And just you can steal it and just rob a bank.
Yeah, they didn't really have it guarded very well.
Yeah. So regarding Don Cheadle's accent, Cheadle is most known for in these movies with his English accents, which has been criticized by many of the worst in cinema history. When speaking to Uproxx, Cheadle was presented with a theory that his character was really an American who wanted to be British, to which Cheadle jokingly accepted, "Yeah, okay."
All right.
That's what it
It
is.
didn't really seem that bad. I mean,
Yeah, I know. It's like, I always remember it being a little bit worse. But when I was watching, I was like, you can tell it's like, no, no. But I was like, it's not as bad as I remember.
I really love British slang because
Yeah.
you never know what the fuck they're talking
That's
about.
why it was so great doing Attack the Block. So good.
Truth.
So, did you love the scene where he's teaching the celebrity poker people? It was
Yeah,
so
I
great.
thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
It kills me to think that they never learned how to play poker, but my family taught me when I was like 10. We
Yeah.
were all gambling
Yeah.
from a young age.
Well,
Like with real money. And they used to get mad at me because I would just be a dick. Because I didn't know like the etiquette, I guess, with
Yeah.
family gambling. I was just in it to win all the time.
oh, I didn't know there was an etiquette for family gambling.
I think there should be because there wasn't. Or they didn't tell me about it.
I remember because, poker became so popular in the 2000s, right? And like every douche wanted to do it.
I was all in.
We kind of, I think, talked about it in the Rounders episode, which you should go back and listen to because that's one of our best episodes, I feel like, just for doing Malkovich impersonations, which me and Natalie do around the house all the time. But like, it's always like the douchiest guys in your school would be like, I'm super serious when we're just playing with no money or anything.
Yeah,
we
and
just
then
have chips.
You got the upside down sunglasses.
Yeah. I remember playing with this one guy, and we went to like this church retreat thing in Nashville or whatever. And, he was wearing his hat, and we're just like three of us playing. He like puts his hat real low so you can't read his poker face. And I was like, fuck off, dude. It's like, how are you so lame?
It's really easy to be lame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do it every day.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of, I guess, jokes dropped by Topher Grace on like his scene. So, he was kind of transitioning from TVs to movies at this time. And when Danny joins the young stars at the poker table, he is heard asking that 70s show star if he had a hard time transitioning from movies to television.
Oh, yeah.
The opposite. Of course, Clooney found fame on ER before becoming a movie star. There's also a reference to Soderbergh's Oscar acceptance speech for The Traffic, in which he simply said he thanked everyone in person. Grace, who appeared in Traffic, is heard complaining that he never got thanked. That's right. He won for Traffic, not Aaron Brockovich.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Traffic
so
was good as
He
hell.
thanked everybody but Topher Grace and
Nice.
put in the movie.
So this is like him apologizing to Topher.
Yeah, I guess so. It's like, hey, sorry, you can be in this great movie and act alongside of. The last thing, originally instead of George Clooney, they wanted Bruce Willis,
Nah.
who was actually in a heist movie before. I think it's called Heist.
Oh, well, I
never
don't think
seen
he
it.
would have been as well. I think George Clooney was so much more charismatic and
He fits
more
in.
handsome.
He fits in with the group too. Like, I don't see Bruce Willis and Brad Pitt hanging out together.
I don't see Bruce Willis as a criminal, really.
Really? Yeah, he's always a cop, Die Hard. He made him a cop in our head.
Yeah,
on
he's
our
always
eyes.
a cop or like he's always a big good guy. Like he's always
He's a bald ass.
beating the shit out of everyone.
Also, I feel like you really need hair to play this part.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something about it.
That's
It's like
part
if you
of
don't
it.
have slick back hair, you just can't be believable in
Yeah.
this part, right?
Yes.
And it's just like, though Bruce Willis was like super charming, you know, I just feel like by the 2000s, like we weren't really like Bruce Willis, the most charming guy on the planet. And you kind of need that. And that's George Clooney at the time, especially. Still is.
Yeah, and Bruce Willis would have. I think he, even if they would have tried not to make him a tough guy, he still would have done it.
Yeah.
That's not what you need for this.
Yeah, exactly. All right, bro. Should we hop into this plot? And I just want to go ahead and say, sorry if my notes are wrong. It's a very complicated movie to take notes for.
Well, they don't.
7 a.m. in the morning.
They're always bringing in shit that they don't tell you about.
I know. And then you're like, oh, the heist is real, but there's fake elements. And then it's like, or kind of cut back and forth. So I just kind of put it, when I talk about the heist, I'm like just explaining that it's all fake, like what parts are fake while it's going on, instead of just doing the reveal because everybody's seen this movie at this point. So
Sure, let's do it.
let's go. Ocean's 11, baby, 2001.
What's he?
R.I.P..
Why is he in prison?
So
For
after his
stealing
wife
shit?
separates with him, Danny Ocean begins to ruin himself. He commits a crime and is convicted for it and incurs a 4-year prison sentence. I'm assuming he robbed and got
Well,
caught.
later it says that she sent him divorce papers on his last day.
Yeah, which is great. Got his ass. You about to get out. You about to be real sad when you're out.
Just in case of what you were thinking about coming back for me.
Yeah, I guess so. He doesn't brood on it for 4 years, so she doesn't send it first day, because then last day he'll come and just kill her.
He'll plan a revenge.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, if he stews on it for 4 years, he might kill me. If I give it to him last day, he's gonna be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I thought I had a chance to get back.
Makes his freedom bittersweet.
Yeah, it's like, oh, he doesn't have a long time to plan something. Turns out he doesn't need
Genius.
it.
Which makes me think she's involved the entire time.
She isn't though, which is great. So, nearing the end of his sentence, a parole board grants him a hearing where he proves his rehabilitation, but denies any involvement with other crimes in which he was implicated.
Yeah.
And he totally did, of course. So, once out, Danny heads to Atlantic City where he meets with Frank Catton in order to find out the whereabouts of Rusty Ryan. Great name, baby.
Rusty Rhyme.
They call me Rusty. Rusty Ryan.
I kept thinking Rusty Shackleford was his
Yeah.
name.
Rusty
I don't
Ryan
know
is a
if that's
perfect con man name, though. Because the name has to be something like Rusty, pretty fun name, right? Ryan, normal last name. But for a con man, you have to put them together so you can not trust him. Rusty Ryan, you can't trust him. He's a little rusty. Need some CLR to get rid of the rust of him.
Is that what CLR does?
Yeah, calcium lime rust.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a little bit of, I worked at Home Depot. I know my cleaning supplies,
Hell yeah,
baby.
man.
Yeah,
Should be
barely
talking
works.
to you.
Almost never works when I used it. So we meet Rusty, who's teaching celebrities how to play poker. Got Topher Grace, Joshua Jackson, doesn't know which way to deal the cards. It's fun. They all really
Deal somebody 6 cards.
yeah, they all really suck at it, though. After the poker game, once he picks up Rusty's trail, Danny violates his parole and crosses the country, headed to Los Angeles. He surprises Rusty at a private celebrity poker training session. Rusty is teaching. The two prove they can still coordinate well together when they take advantage of the trainees and win good sum of money.
Yeah. He kind of helps him win like
Yeah,
thousands of dollars.
And all the celebrities like, oh, they're just like, oh, well, you're
So
bad at this, dude. Thanks for
That's
teaching
so
us.
Stupid.
They walk out and the Danny and Rusty walk together and just walk away. I'm like, Topher, you're right there. Like, how do you not notice this? So after the poker game, Danny and Rusty head to a small, very poorly lit restaurant. It's like, how do you eat in that restaurant? All you could see is the sides of their face and everything behind them. I was like,
It's romantic.
I was trying to squint to see. I was like, yeah, but how do you see your food?
The food is secondary.
It's like you set down your fork on the table, you're like, shit,
you just
where did it go? Do you have your phone? Do you have a flashlight with you?
you just wait for a rat to bring it over to your fork.
Yeah, this is just pre 9/11 stuff. All restaurants were poorly lit. Then after 9/11, they're like, we really got to light this place
Does
up.
this come out before September?
I'm not sure. That's just. I have to make a 9/11 joke at some point in the podcast, right?
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Apparently, I do it every time. But this is where Danny proposes the idea of robbing 3 Las Vegas casinos, the Bellagio, the Mirage, and the MGM Grand. That night, the two go over to the requirements for the job and lay out for the area where the job will take place. So have you ever been to any of these?
Never been to Vegas.
Never been to Vegas. I thought you did.
I don't even think I'm only driven through Nevada, like northern Nevada. I've never actually.
You ever wanted to go to Vegas?
Yeah, all the time.
Oh,
Constantly.
I'm constantly wanting to go.
I hate gambling, but I want to see some other shit.
I know. I'd be like, I'll bring $100 to gamble. That's it.
It lasts 5 seconds.
As soon as I like, bet it all. It's like, okay, well,
I guess I'm tapped out.
Going to the pool and having some drinks. Anytime I think about Vegas, I'm like, what do you do there other than gamble?
There's
I know they got a lot of
shows and
stuff,
shit.
shows, and like you can take like kayaks through like, you know, like
oh, you mean like the
canyons
Hoover
and
Dam
stuff.
and shit?
Yeah,
Yeah,
something
the
like
Grand
that.
Canyon.
Yeah, and you got all the little things. That would be cool.
It would be cool. I've always wanted to go to the Grand Canyon also. Except I don't want to go on that glass, like the glass balcony that makes you feel like you're gonna die.
I specifically want to do that for sure.
Yeah,
I'm not really scared of heights.
I am terrified.
It's like if I had to go, throw me out of a plane. I hope I have a heart
See,
attack.
I've done
before I hit
that.
it. Really?
And there's video of me doing it.
I'm so
and
jealous.
I looked terrified the
Really?
entire time.
I bet. Your face all.
My hair was long. My hair was super long, so it was like my head was on fire.
Yeah.
My bright red hair.
And you had a guy like attached to you?
Yeah, on my back.
The guy was like,
It was
"I
all in his
can't
face.
see all
Yeah, he
this-
was like,
This is usually fun. I should have told him to put it in a ponytail.
yeah, you should have.
Yeah.
it would have been smart.
So, not totally convinced about Danny's motive, Rusty asks him why he wants to do the job. Danny responds with an obviously prepared speech, but it is enough to gain Rusty's trust. Danny, because yesterday I walked out of the joint after losing 4 years of my life, and you're cold decking Team Beat cover boys. Because the house always wins. Play long enough, you never change the stakes. The house takes you. Unless when that perfect hand comes along, you bet big, then you take the house. Rusty, been practicing that speech, haven't you? Danny, a little bit. Did I rush it? Felt like I rushed it. No, it was good. I liked it. Team Beat thing was harsh.
What's the Teen Beat?
I have no idea.
And did you look
But
up
it's
any?
fine.
You know all these code words for the. I guess we're gonna get into it, but like the they're talking about all the people they need for the heist.
Yeah.
We need like one of these, 2 of these, like. I wonder if those are real.
Yeah, like all
Or
those
if
things
it's
are
just
real.
all made up.
Knowing Soderbergh, he probably did a lot of research and it's all real, I would assume.
With criminals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So the two head to the affluent Ruben Tishkoff's manor in Las Vegas, where they request financial backing for the job. Elliot Gould, baby.
I never trust a guy with gold chains.
Oh, especially when it's got the Star of David.
Oh,
So good.
That was okay.
When I saw that, I
cool.
was like, hell yeah, let's go, baby.
So there used to be this guy it was before me and my wife got together, and he was always hanging. He really liked her too,
Yeah,
but he always had that look of open shirt,
yeah.
hairy chest, gold chains, and they called him Gold Chain.
Hell yeah.
And I hated that guy.
Really? Yeah, I think you could crush this look, though.
I probably could.
You should go just like
I'm
one
gonna do
day. Your wife like leaves the house. You just find like a nice stylish shirt. Make sure your chest hair is popping out. Have one like fake
I'll
gold
have to
chain
get,
or
I'll have to get some
something.
costume jewelry.
Have some like perfectly trim your beard or whatever. Slick back your hair. Just be like,
Oh, hell yeah, some big ass rings in my fingers.
yeah,
Some stogie.
shoot. She'd be like,
yeah.
she'd be like, God dang,
Maybe I'll do it for Halloween.
my husband changed.
This is my life now. I didn't get used to it.
I think she'd love it. I think that'd be hilarious. So apprehensive about the idea of robbing a Vegas casino, Ruben shoots off 3 failed attempts and asserts that it can't be done. Brings up like the bronze medal attempt. The guy barely makes it like past the slot machines.
And that one guy who actually tasted fresh air.
Yeah, the Flamingo in 71. The guy gets like he breathes through a tube after they catch him. And then Caesar 87, that's where he got outside, but then he got shot down.
Yes, that was awesome.
It's like they did a pretty good
Anytime you
job.
throw a bunch of shit in the air, it's great.
Yeah, it's great. Love it. And just as Danny and Rusty are leaving, they mention the owner of the casinos from which they intend to steal is Terry Benedict. Since Benedict and Ruben have a conflicted past, as in he bought out Ruben's casino and then
Yeah.
he's going to tear it down.
Yeah. It's bad.
Ruben gains a newfound motivation to not be skeptical and decides to hear who they intend to recruit. And they tell him. So you got Frank.
They definitely baited him into doing
Yeah.
this.
Oh, yeah. They're very good. I mean, you got a con man with you. Come on.
2 con men.
Right? And they're both
Working
hottest.
together.
They're like the hottest con man you've ever seen in your life.
There's nothing he could do.
Yeah, there's nothing you do. They just walk in and be like, we're doing this. And be like, I wasn't listening. I was looking.
Say it again.
I was looking in both your eyes at the same time. So they are going to get Frank Catton that we met earlier. He gets transferred to one of Benedict's casinos in Las Vegas to serve as an inside man. You get the Malley brothers, Turk, played by Scott Conn.
These guys are so
I
funny.
know. And Virgil,
The Mormons.
Yeah. Played by Casey Affleck, are a humorous pair of car enthusiasts from Utah. In charge of electronics is the anxious and jumpy Livingston Dell. The boy knows how to sweat. It's great. And then you got Basher Tar, Don Cheadle, is Danny and Rusty's top choice for a demolitions man, but his other project and subsequent arrests require Rusty to rescue him from the cops, which he does by impersonating an arrogant ATF agent.
That's great timing.
I know. It's like, man, how'd you know that was going to happen? I guess the idea is like, well, I'll dress as ATF if he gets caught during this heist. How did he find out? I don't know. And if he makes it out, I'll be like, cool. Hey, you want to do another one? Or if he gets caught, I'll just.
It seems like Rusty keeps track of all these guys all the time.
And apparently, like, cops are almost like super easy to fool in like all these movies, which is great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love his accent. It's amazing. Because like everything goes to plan, and like him like breaking, like using the explosives to get into the vault that we see. It's like so satisfying how like perfectly everything hits, and then they all fall down. Then he goes in, just walks in, and it's like there's an alarm, pressure alarm, because one guy didn't do his job.
Yeah. Yeah. Then he's like, it's gonna be great to work with proper villains again.
Yeah. And in San Diego, they find their grease man in Yin, a circus acrobat. And then they go and guilt old-timer Saul Bloom, played by Carl Reiner, out of retirement in St. Petersburg, Florida, where they're watching the dogs race. Bloom's role is to sneak explosives into the vault by posing as a crooked international arms dealer who needs a safe place to stash some precious stones with, and I love like, it's like, yeah, Saul Bloom, he's out of the game. What was it? Religion? No, ulcers. So now they have 10 people already committed. Danny goes to Chicago to recruit the young but highly skilled pickpocket Linus Caldwell. Like George Clooney's like, we need one more. Who is it? Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
And now that have gathered Ocean's 11, roll credits, baby. They travel to Las Vegas to organize their scheme at Ruben's house. You know, it wasn't until now where I'm like, why do they call the group Ocean's 11? I'm like, fuck.
Could have called it Rusty's 11.
Danny Ocean. It's his team. I'm such an idiot. All these years, over 20 years of watching this movie, I'm like, why do they call it Ocean's 11? But yeah, so they go to Ruben's house to plan out the scheme. Danny believes they can grab over $150 million from Benedict's casinos on the night of the big boxing match. So they go there, they have their like, you know, early 2000s like electronic blueprint like video and stuff. I'm like, how'd these guys know how to do this? They're all too handsome to know how to do this. It had to be the Dale guy, right?
Ruben, probably backed it. He probably paid for the great illustration.
I was just like,
all the programming and everything.
It's like you got like the cages, the elevators, the hallway, and then the vault. It's great. It's great. I fucking love heist movies, man. They're so fun. We're going to do Heat soon.
Hell yeah.
So after they have a general understanding for the plan, Danny gives the crew members various tasks to perform before the night of the heist. While gathering information about the casino's operations, they build a replica of the vault where the large majority of the money is kept in order to rehearse a video record the act of taking the money, which is great. I love that you have Dale, the stressful guy, where he's got to go into the security cameras and like make it to where they have access to it. Yeah, and he wipes his head and he's like all greasy. Such a fun little like stressful scene though. It's really good because it's like you're sweating so much, bro. But again,
he's trying to get away, just being so obvious.
Yeah, and it's like and it just goes to show like how the plan's gonna work, because it's like a great example of why they're gonna be able to get away with it, right? Because all this high tech stuff, it's always down to just these random people not paying enough attention because they have all this high tech stuff. There's no way anybody
Yeah.
would be able to get in. And it's like, this is why it's able to be done.
Let the computers handle everything.
Yeah. It's just, it's great. They got so comfortable with all how nobody can actually steal that when someone's smart enough to do it, like they're so confused by it. It's like, I didn't know
Yeah.
this was going to be possible. Though I'm sure in real life people are always trying to steal, right?
Probably. I know I
Yeah.
get a billion phone calls. You know, I went to a gas station the other day for something, and it's something small. It's like $2. And the lady's like, "What's your phone number?" I was like, What? Why?"
Weird.
I know, and I gave it to her, and I was like, "Why did I just give you my personal information for this like pack of peanuts or whatever?"
Yeah, for real. Why'd you do that?
I did it, and now I'm gonna get robbed blind.
Oh my God.
Again.
They have your number now.
They do.
I don't know what they can do with your
I
phone
don't know
number.
if they're gonna call me.
I
Like
guess.
check up on my peanut
Yeah.
situation.
Hey, have you eaten them yet?
I did. They were delicious.
It's like, thank you. We just have the best customer service. We make sure that every purchase went well. And then we also see that Frank and the Malley boys, they're getting the van. They're like jumping on the van, jumping it. And then like to get a better deal on the van, like Frank like
Oh no.
has this whole lotion story
I
and he's
love
just
that
squeezing the
shit.
shit out of his hand and
I
gets a
love-
discount.
I love watching like dealership dudes getting owned. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I know.
I feel like I've been just fucked so hard by those guys.
Man, and I've only went to one car dealership for myself once, and it was just like I walked in, I was like, seems like a good deal of car. The guy's like, here's the car, and I was like, I mean, it seems pretty cheap for a car with only like 13,000 miles. And I bought it, and I walked out, and I was like, okay, that was easy.
So
I
that was a
thought
good, yeah.
thought it was gonna be hard.
experience.
I mean, I feel like I probably could have talked him down, but I was like, I don't know, it seems like a good price, right?
These, last when we bought our van, this butthole salesman like kept us. We had a brand new baby, and we needed a van because our car wasn't big enough.
Did you bring the baby?
We did because we had nothing. We had nowhere else to go,
Mm-hmm.
and they held us there for like 6 fucking hours
Ta-
until like 11:30 at night
Ye-
before they let us drive away.
I will say you cannot leave a car dealership. If you're actually going to buy a car, you don't get to leave unless you hit a 6-hour mark.
Yeah,
I feel like every time I've gone, it's just been like, Jesus
they just
fucking
wear you down.
Christ, how long is this going to take? I'm buying a car. It didn't even take that long to buy a house.
yeah.
Like the amount of time like doing paperwork or like just like, cause everything's always like, do you want this house? You go see it and it's like, I like this house. All right. It's like, all right, we're going to get started. And then everything's just emails and it's like
Yeah.
super quick. And then you go sign the papers, took 30 minutes. And I'm
Bada
like,
bing, bada boom.
it's like, it may be spread out over days, but if you put the time together,
It's not
no,
long.
it's like 2-3 hours maybe.
hmm
Unless I did not do the house buying process right. But so far so good. Yeah, I've never had that too bad of an issue. My wife seems to be pretty good at getting
That's
price
wonderful.
down. Well, mainly because times that she's gone, she's like, I can't do that price. They're like, well, what about this car? Don't like that car. Can't do this price. Can't do this price.
That's
Keep
great.
lowering it, and it's just like it works every time for
Keep
her.
her with you all the time.
Yeah, she's amazing. I love that woman. She knows how to work a car.
I get so
dealership.
intimidated by salesmen. I can't do it, man. I either get really angry or I just cave.
Yeah. It's just like, I honestly, if I ever get like if whenever my car dies, which I'm sure is gonna happen soon, I'm just like I don't want to do the process. I'm just gonna because I know I'm gonna go
just
in.
gonna get a bicycle.
I'm gonna go in and be like, yeah, I'll take that price, whatever. Let me out of here.
Just let me leave.
Yeah. Anyways, so while getting a rundown on Benedict from Linus, Rusty eventually sees Tess. So it's like Linus has been the person that he's just following Benedict everywhere, like know his whole process and everything that he's doing. And then Tess walks down. Linus is like, this is the best part of my day.
She doesn't look that attractive in this movie.
Really?
I guess to me.
Are you big Julie Roberts? You think
No, I
she's
mean,
attractive?
I really liked her look in Aaron Brockovich, like
Yeah.
with the legs and the heels. Like
What about Pretty Woman?
that's fine.
Yeah. So you like her when she like is less gussied up and more just like normal, like what's the movie where she drives off a cliff?
What?
The movie where
Oh,
like she's on the run.
Oh, right.
I own it.
Yeah. I don't
That movie.
know.
So you just kind of like her when she's like just regular gal, instead of
Maybe.
like I'm walking downstairs and I'm all makeup up.
Yep.
I think she's a babe in this movie. Well,
Sure.
anyways, so Danny, it's Danny's ex-wife, is now involved with Benedict. Bum bum bum. Angered that Danny hadn't previously mentioned her and Benedict, he threatens to leave the job.
I love how Saul was like, she's too tall for him.
Yeah.
She really is. Isn't she like 6'3" or something?
Yeah.
She's so tall.
And this is Rusty is angered that Danny hadn't previously mentioned her. Danny admits that the job is just a ruse in order for him to win back Tess and convinces Rusty to stay by allowing the crew instead of himself to decide whether Tess could be part of this take. Which of course the movie happened, so they all agree. Danny runs into Tess while she is waiting for Benedict. They're like in the hotel, like restaurant or whatever. They have a witty back and forth. Then he tells her he wants her back. She says no because Danny's a liar and a thief. And he's like, yeah, I guess Benedict isn't either.
I only lied about being a thief.
Yeah. And then he asks, does he make you laugh?
He
She
doesn't
goes,
make me cry.
doesn't make me cry. And it's like, Julia Roberts, ladies and
Dang,
gentlemen.
Julia.
Roberts delivered the fuck out of that line.
But he is a fucking disgusting troll, and I hate him.
Who, Benedict?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Turns out they kind of all are in this movie, but they're the good guys supposed to be. So
They're like a bunch of little Robin Hoods.
yeah, and then we cut to Saul. He gets Benedict to store some, I guess, like gems for him, some precious stones in his vault. Benedict agrees that he will. Benedict walks up to Tess and Danny, and while they're talking, and it's fun because like Benedict and Danny are kind of like cutting each other down with like simple just sentences, just you know.
The wit.
Yeah. So the day before the heist and during a rehearsal, munitions expert Basher Tarr's role is compromised when a utilities crew repairs a faulty machine. He was going to use his advantage in order to cut power to the casinos on the night of the heist. I love that the building is exploding behind him,
Yeah.
but he's watching it on the TV instead.
Yeah.
So good. That's how you know the
And
movie's
then he
smart.
gets in the sewer, he's all covered in shit.
Yeah, it's great. So needing another method for power outage, Basher suggests using a device strong enough to knock out the city's power called a pinch. I took a pinch earlier, if you know what I mean.
No.
Okay, so they take a few minutes. So the team goes to California to steal it from a research facility. While stealing the pinch, rookie Linus Caldwell is told to stay in the van.
Not with these guys.
Not with the Malley
They were
brothers.
so annoying.
I know. It's like, and they're not even that annoying.
I know.
It
It's,
wasn't
good. It's
that
really
bad.
funny.
Yeah, I didn't like. I would have just been watching.
The Linus has probably been around it for weeks now.
Yeah.
At this point.
Like, I hate
He's
these
so
guys.
sick of it.
He seems like a character that is he prefers to work alone. Seems like that type of guy.
Yeah.
It seems like Danny, but without the personal skills. Oh, whatever. So, and he's like, fuck it, I can't hang with these guys. So he walks into the facility as they're walking out with the thing. They were very fast with it. All he had to do is just hang out with these guys for 1 minute almost.
Yeah. And then he's got all the security guards chasing him
Yeah,
around.
because they come out, they load it up, they drive away. Danny's like, where's Linus? And they see him
Breaks
going
out
up
the
off
window.
it. Yeah, and then he's like, oh shit. Breaks out the window, he jumps on the van.
Then he rolls down the wrong side of the van.
Yeah. And then gets in, and then when they close the door, Yen's hands in it, and it breaks it. It's like, damn it, Linus. So when they're coming back from California the following morning with tensions high between Linus and Dennis, the crew plays Linus into taking on a larger role when Danny would seem incapable because he is banned from the hotel. So they had to trick Linus into doing it.
Yeah.
Just for fun, I guess.
I guess like maybe he's too inexperienced to be able to keep his cool.
That's what it seemed like, right?
Like,
Yeah. So Rusty is giving notes to Linus. It's like last minute tips for him. Rusty, like he's like holding the briefcase, like, you know, he's going to go into the heist later. It's like, Rusty, you look down, they know you're lying. Up, they know you don't know the truth. Don't use 7 words when 4 will do. Don't shift your weight. Look always at your mark, but don't stare. Be specific, but not memorable. Be funny, but don't make them laugh. He's got to like you and then forget you the moment you've left his side. And for God's sakes, whatever you do, don't under any circumstance, Livingston. Rusty, yeah, come look at this. Sure. Linus like, wait.
It's completely scared.
It's like, what's the thing I'm not supposed to do? What is the thing he's not supposed to do?
Probably something that he does.
It seems like it doesn't play into it, right?
It must not have been that important.
Yeah. So the night of the heist is the same night as the heavyweight boxing title match at MGM Grand Entertainment Venue. With Livingston communicating with them, the crew positions themselves as needed for their particular expertise and roles in the job. The veteran Saul sees the explosives disguised as gemstones and used to blast open the door vault and make it down to the vault.
I forgot that's what they were.
Yeah, that's what like the whole reason he puts them down. The getaway drivers, Turk and Virgil, ensure that Yin, who is stowed in a money transport car, gets down to the vault. He's like in this tiny little thing, and he's like,
Jesus.
I guess that's why they call him the grease man, because he fits in everywhere. He's like, it's like, how do you explain? It's like his arms have to be up and his legs have to be straight up, and then he's got a breathing like mask thing in there.
30 minutes. You think that maybe they would have given him 2 30-minute oxygen tanks just in case?
Why not fill it with 5?
He could have had a couple in there.
The boy could have just died.
We just poke holes in it.
Yeah. So Danny meets with Tess again to plant a cell phone on her without her knowing. It's essentially him saying, "Goodbye, Tess.
Mm-hmm.
I've always loved you."
Liar.
So he is then escorted by 2 of Benedict's goons to a holding room in Bellagio's cages. They leave him inside with a bruiser, a thug brought in to rough up Danny while in the holding.
For like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Beat the shit out of him.
I know, and he doesn't look too bad after the end of it.
I know, like, he didn't look bad at all.
But I love it when he comes in, like he punches him. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" It's like, that's after, not right now.
I know.
Which is
He's
great.
He's friends with everybody. Like, he was friends with the security guard at the building where they got the floor plans.
Yeah.
And he knows this guy.
Yeah. Well, when you're going to give everybody millions of dollars.
Yeah, I guess so.
Everybody's your friends. And he allows and I love it that he's like this big biker guy. It's like, how did you get that job? How do you get the job?
Of goon?
Of beater upper. Then Danny escapes through the ventilation system. So Frank and Linus catch Benedict off guard so that Linus can pick his pocket for a paper slip containing the main elevator codes. This is where, so Linus is, I guess, like the
Nevada Gaming Commission.
Yeah. And he's
representative.
The whole point is that he's going to be like, Frank is actually a convict, so he can't, he's been to jail. So
Ramon is actually Frank.
Yeah, and all that. So he's not allowed to actually be there. And they get into this like fake racist fight. It's like
cracker.
Yeah. It's like, man, I can't even deal cards for blackjack. Might as well call it whitejack. So good.
Yeah, you know, we at the NGC have always hired colored people.
And like, we're to the point of the heist where I'm like, this is fun. This is so good. They're all playing it so well. And Benedict's just like constantly suspicious, like, what the fuck is going on? This is a weird day. I have to deal with a lot of weird characters so far. So once Linus is in the elevator, because Benedict and them walk out, Frank's like, Benedict's like, "Hey, you're fucking out of here, Frank. Step in here again. I kill you or whatever." And then like Linus is like, "Shoot, I forgot my beeper. I gotta go get it."
Oh man, why do they have pagers when they have cell phones?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's still in that hazy era when maybe not everybody has a cell phone.
A transitional period to cell phones.
It's that point where we didn't have a lot of technology with us all the time, constantly, but we had a little bit, and it was really weird.
God, what was that even like?
I don't know. Good old days, I guess. At least it's easy to travel now.
Now I can look at boobs anywhere I want.
Anywhere I want. But then like Benedict's like, "You know your way out," and it's like, yeah, and it's like, what Benedict? I guess he believes him. So Linus is successful. Then we see Saul. He's faking a heart attack inside the eye in the sky, and Livingston alters the casino's security camera monitoring system. Jesus.
So do you think that Saul was practicing this like heart attack or whatever?
Yeah. Well, I think
every time he looked sick.
I think he was getting nervous, and his ulcers were
hurt.
acting up, and he was like, maybe he was getting nervous that he couldn't do the thing, or I don't know. The guy's just a professional, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
He's really good at his job.
Awesome.
Yeah. So Linus opens the elevator hatch, where Danny awaits the shaft, in the shaft,
Scares
scaring
the
Linus,
shit out of him.
and finds out he was played by Danny and Rusty. And he's like, "Why? Wait,
Where's the fun in that?
where's the where?" Because Linus is like, "Why didn't you just tell me?" He's like, "What's the fun in that?"
Yeah.
They
He's
obviously
like, what about
didn't.
the argument between you and Rusty?
Yeah, they obviously didn't believe of Linus a little bit. I think it was because of his whole
Right.
issue from earlier. They're like, "We can't trust you to."
But then he says he can trust him now.
Yeah, yeah.
Which, whatever.
So, Rusty disguises himself as a doctor responding to Saul's fake
Awesome
heart attack.
wig.
Yeah, and he's like doing CPR. It's like, damn it, we lost him.
Giving him mouth to
Yeah.
mouth.
So he has to wheel Saul out of the casino on a stretcher. Basher readies the pinch to activate on Livingston's cue.
Grabs his balls.
Yeah. And so when it goes off, like, the entire city loses power. And at that point, the boxing match is going on, so it cuts to black. The power outage
Casino's
causes,
going nuts.
yeah, the like mayhem.
Yeah.
Like everybody and the two boxers are starting to actually fight each other, and then like
I
everybody,
hate it when the lights go
yeah,
out.
everybody in the casino are just stealing chips, and they're just getting beat up. And it's like, I never
Hell,
thought
yeah.
everyone would immediately become psychopaths
Yes.
if they had the chance.
Money just laying around.
So if Las Vegas loses power, run for your life.
Just get under a table.
Yeah. So Linus and Danny zip line down the elevator shaft and knock out two guards to get to the door of the to get to the door of the vault. I love it. I was like, man, I do not remember this Mission Impossible shit in this movie.
And it's funny that the lasers are always visible because I don't think that's the thing. But whatever.
No, it's just
It's still
classic
cool.
movie stuff, you know.
Yeah.
It's just like Catherine Zeta-Jones in Entrapment.
Yes.
Catherine Zeta-Jones, she dips beneath the lasers.
Yes.
Workaholics. So, with some nice moves from Yin, he was able to set explosives to blow the vault door. I love it because, was it Frank and
Yeah.
what's his name?
$10 says he
Del-
shorts it.
yeah.
Like nobody.
And he like does this flip. He almost falls down.
He goes too far.
Yeah, and then when he's putting the things onto the vault door, you have Linus and Danny on the other side. They're about to explode the door, but he gets his cast stuck, and he's like, "Oh god, dang it!"
He's like bracing for the explosion.
Yeah, it's like, dude, you're gonna die. And so, but when his hand gets stuck, the door's about to blow, but the explosives don't go off because he forgot to put batteries in it. And luckily, Linus had some batteries, giving Yin time to get to safety. I love Yin.
Yeah.
I love that he speaks only Chinese, and
Like-
everybody seems to understand what he's saying all
A
the
little
time.
broken English.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think they understand him. I think they just kind of get his.
They get that he understands them, I
Well,
guess.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just funny.
Yeah.
He's
It's
like,
like
where
it-
the fuck you been?
It's like when Chewbacca talks and like, Han knows
They
what he's
know.
saying.
Yeah. They just kind of hear it. It's like listening to the robot. How the
Yeah.
fuck do you know what he's
It's
saying?
like when my cats meow, like usually I'm like, I sometimes know what that
Yeah,
means.
you spend enough time with a Chewbacca, you kind of get
Yeah,
what
you
he's
kinda
trying to
get it.
say.
Not comparing Chewbacca to Chinese people. That's not what we're doing here.
No.
We're talking about language.
Talking about, getting over the language barrier.
Yeah, exactly. So, as Benedict and Tess leave the arena, the phone planted on Tess rings, and she picks up with hesitation because she's like, I don't have a cell phone. On the other end of the call, Rusty immediately requests
What a
to
crazy thing to say.
Yeah, it's like, I don't have a cell phone. It's 2001. We don't have these yet. Rusty immediately requests to speak with Benedict. Aggressively, Benedict demands the identity of the caller. Rusty doesn't give his name, begins to confess that Benedict is at the very moment being robbed. Benedict and Tess immediately head for the Eye in the Sky. Love that name, by the way. If I had like,
For the control room?
yeah, if I had any sort of camera, like Ring camera, I'd call it the Eye in the Sky.
Yes.
The Eye in the Door. So as Rusty,
I have Sauron.
Yeah. Oh, even fucking better, dude. That's great. So as Rusty continues, Livingston feeds the security monitoring system a recording of the crew's rehearsed robbery, allowing Benedict to get the impression his vault was being robbed right under his nose. We don't know this yet,
Right.
which makes this so fun.
I also didn't know about Saul having a heart attack, and that made me feel bad for him.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've already seen the movie before, but like when it,
Yeah. So Rusty tells him that the theft is only for half of the amount in the vault and that the other half will be booby-trapped. He continues saying if Benedict tries to hinder the theft at any time, he will destroy both the stolen half and the half left behind as collateral. So after Benedict sees this, he asks Tess to leave the room. Irritated by his request, she goes. She's like, fuck. As Tess walks through this casino floor, she runs into Rusty.
That would be one of the coolest things to watch. A heist in action.
I know.
Get
I'd be
the
like,
hell out of here.
No, Tess, I'm
We're
here.
broken up, but I'm staying right here.
Yeah, it's like, screw this. We can break up, but I'm watching
This
this
is
in action.
awesome.
Yeah.
I felt so bad for Saul when he's going down the rope thing.
Yeah.
He could have sat this one out.
I
feel
know,
like.
right? So she runs into Rusty while he's on the phone with Benedict. After hearing Rusty make the ransom, she asks about Danny. Rusty tries to alleviate her concern and asks her to go up to her hotel room. He's covering the cell phone with his hand. Benedict instructs his manager, Walsh, to call for a SWAT team. The call is intercepted by Livingston, impersonating a dispatcher. Once Walsh is assured service, Benedict agrees to Rusty's demand.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really cool twist. So they're like threatening to blow up the money. I didn't remember that at all.
Yeah.
That was
I know,
awesome.
because it's like, you really got him in a pinch here. It's like, I could only lose half or I lose it all.
Yeah.
It's just like, you're still going to piss a lot of people off if you lose.
Fuck
But
yeah.
I'm sure he's wealthy enough to cover the other 80 million, right?
Oh, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. You could probably
Um,
make that in a day.
Yeah, I mean, it's all going to be insured, so it's just nobody will trust that casino anymore.
Yeah.
Like they'd be like, I can't put my money here anymore. So Rusty then gives Benedict instructions for the secure transport of the money out and away from the casino, threatening to destroy both halves should Benedict try to hinder the process at any time. Disguised as the requested SWAT until Rusty, Frank, Turk, Livingston, Basher, and Saul arrive at the casino's entrance. They proceed through the casino down to the vault where they meet Danny, Linus, and Yin. And I love it because you can hear their voices, so you know that it's them. But
And it's the same voice as he was just talking to him.
I know, it's just a little bit more
It's
country.
just a little different. It kind of sounds like him from Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah. I wonder if they're like, do that voice. But I'm trying to think. I watched this as a kid. I'm sure I fell for it. I can't remember now because, once you watch
yeah,
it,
'cause
you always
it's
remember.
fucking awesome.
But like as a kid, I'm pretty sure like that could be anybody because we're a bunch of country kids. So with Benedict in his security room overseeing their impersonated SWAT unit, they have him cut the power to the vault so there is no light, but maintain radio contact with Benedict. Benedict listens as they act as if they could confront the robbers with gunfire, and a loud explosion happens immediately after. Benedict angrily orders Walsh to capture the van, which was on its way to McCarran Airport that was used to transport half the money out of the casino.
And Ruben's always around, like he's in all these different places. Like he was at
Yeah,
the casino watching the fight.
and then
He's in the car with him.
yeah, he's just constantly everywhere. He wants to see everything
Hell yeah, I would too.
because he hates
He
Benedict.
paid for all of it.
Yeah. So he then storms out of the security room and down to the vault. At the airport, Benedict's men pursuing the van attempt to capture it. In a nearby car, Ruben and Virgil watch as Virgil operates the van's movements by remote control. He's like, I just kind of want to mess with him for a second.
Yes.
So in the vault, the crew convince Benedict that the robbers used the explosions to escape without a trace. Irritated, Benedict orders the crew to leave the casino. He's like, no, we should probably stay. And he's like, no, get out of here. He's like, well, it's your vault. Then contacts Walsh for an update concerning the van. After Benedict's men discover that no person was inside the van, Virgil sets off an incendiary inside it. Jesus Christ. Both Benedict and his men at the airport find that all the stolen money was neither in the vault nor in the van. Instead, the bags which were supposed to be filled with cash, were filled with adult advertisements in form of flyers.
Yeah, sex workers.
All the cops are like, oh, let me keep this just in case. Man, this is so fucking good. It's so fun.
Do you think he realized that they were flyers immediately? Because he walked in there and there was some money and coins and stuff, but like most of it was flyers.
Yeah. Well, I think I don't even think he really realizes. Well, I don't think there was flyers in the
vault. Yeah, there were.
Yeah, there was. I think what he noticed first was the fact that the name wasn't on the floor. Yeah, because as he walks around his destroyed vault, Benedict noticed the Bellagio logo on the floor, which had been very recently installed. He immediately cross-checks the authenticity of the theft by asking Walsh to review the tape in the security room, and it's not there. So it's pretty much just an entire setup. Benedict infers that they were watching from the security room earlier was staged. Curiously, he heads to the holding room where Danny was taken. I love it. He arrives to find Bruiser convincingly giving Danny a beatdown, even though he should be way bloodier.
He was really bad at faking all that.
Yeah.
He's like,
ow, oh God. It's like,
you had enough?
It's like, you've been beaten for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You should be black and blue all over.
Should be bleeding a lot.
Should have punched him a little harder before you got in there.
For sure.
It's this movie shit, though.
Breaking a couple ribs.
Yeah,
maybe.
it's like George Clooney was like, this handsome face.
It's my moneymaker.
You have to make it to where I look beaten and sexy at the same time, okay?
Oh yeah, so they have one little smudge on his cheek of
A
blood.
little bit of blood on his little
just
collar.
a teensy bit.
Yeah. He asks Danny if he was involved in the theft, but Danny plays clueless, so Benedict decides to let him leave. So he was just getting beaten because of trying to get back with his wife.
Yeah, the
That's
whole
about it.
reason for the heist summed up in this one little shot.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. Anxiously awaiting in her hotel room, Tess gets a call from Livingston, who instructs her to watch Channel 88. When she turns on the television, she sees Danny, Benedict, his two goons, and Bruiser walking down the hallway, exiting the cages. Danny suspiciously asks Benedict if he had just been robbed, prompting Benedict to ask again about Danny's involvement. It's like Danny just fucking rules. Danny offers Benedict a deal to recover Benedict's money in exchange for Tess. When Benedict agrees to the condition, Tess picks up her things and leaves the room.
Hell yeah.
He's like, man, I just made so much money and did this elaborate plan just to be like, hey, by the way, the dude you're with is a douche.
Yeah.
That's how hard it is to convince your ex-wife that the person she's with is an asshole.
Yep.
You have to go through this whole process.
But I think she would have also still have been mad at Daniel.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Like she wouldn't have gone back to him immediately, I don't think.
And it's like, you probably could have gave her a month with this Benedict guy and she would have figured all this out.
Yeah, maybe.
She should have known whenever, because earlier in the film, they're like looking at art.
Yeah, he's
And she was going to go in for a kiss. And he's like, I got cameras everywhere. And it's like, okay.
he's a douche.
Yeah, that's when
And
you
he-
should have known. I'm out.
And he has no thoughts of it. Like, he couldn't even tell her what he thought of the painting. He's like, I just like that you like it. Like, I'm a psychopath.
I think when you're that wealthy and you have so much stress in your life around these vaults,
Yeah.
that it's just like, because when you look at Benedict throughout this movie, it's like, is he really that bad of a guy? He has so many other people's monies in this place, right?
Yeah.
The only
Lot
thing
of
is, like,
responsibility.
of course, he's not going to be a guy husband.
It's
Right?
just like very stressful
Neither
job.
is Danny, right? They're not that different. So Benedict's not that bad of a guy. Of course, a guy who owns a casino is going to beat the shit out of people who try to steal. That's what casinos do.
Yeah.
Tess already knows that. So it's just like,
Well, she didn't know that he does it. Because she never gets to see a side of Terry
yeah, but it's a casino.
other than when he's working.
Everybody's known since the 30s, if they even had casinos back then. Like, this is what you do to people who rob.
Nice.
It's like, I don't know. If they rob, they're either going to get beat up in jail or beat up here. It's like, which one's better?
She likes bad boys.
Yeah, I guess so. It was just kind of one of those things where I was like, Benedict, he's a dick, but kind of everybody in this movie is a dick, right? So it's like, he's not like, and I don't know. I guess I just find, what's his name? Garcia, the actor. I kind of actually just find him charming too, in a
Yeah.
Weasley way. I don't know. So, yeah, she picks up her stuff, leaves the room. Danny tells Benedict he could find the culprits with the help of an ex-con acquaintance for his
I know a guy.
acquaintance of his in for 72 hours, only 3 days. So, not convinced, Benedict denies the deal. He then has Danny escorted out of the casino and into custody of the local law enforcement for violating his parole. Afterwards, Benedict arrives at one of the casino's elevators. When the doors open, he sees Tess inside. The two exchange eye contact in silence for a moment. Then she brushes past him. He calls to her
The
and she
cold
turns around
shoulder.
only to tell him that she was watching him at some point. And after he had her leave the security room, it's like, I got eyes everywhere in this hotel.
Yeah, she's like, you should know better than anyone.
Yeah.
And there's always someone watching.
Always someone. Yeah, that was the actual line.
But
and not
Terry
mine.
is really smart. Like, he figured it all out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Like how they did the whole thing.
I was like, damn. Didn't expect someone to have this amount of money to do this. Why are you robbing me? Seems like you had plenty of money just to do whatever you wanted anyways. So instead of stopping her, Benedict enters the elevator. He's like, fuck, I lost. Which is great.
He's already planning his revenge.
Yeah.
Because you kind of see even got like a little bit of a smirk on his face because he's thinking about all the shitty things he's going to do to these
Yeah.
people.
And I also think it was just like, damn, that was
It's like-
that was a good goddamn heist.
Nice play.
Yeah. It's like you beat you. I think
bested
even
me.
it's like after he was like, oh, he gets back to his room, it's like probably like, golly, these guys deserve this money at this point.
Yeah, I know. He just immediately gets to work on him.
Yeah. So Tess quickens her pace as she's walking through the casino, then runs through the casino to leave. Once outside, she sees Danny being walked into a police car, referring to him as her husband. Aw.
Mm.
She calls out and runs to them as they're nearly about to drive away. The two exchange goodbyes and the car drives off, leaving her standing by the valet station alone.
I feel like Julia's character could have had, if they would have given her like a best friend to hang out with her
Yeah.
to like help keep her, like, she'd be like, nah,
No,
you ain't going back to him.
Yeah. Don't talk to her. We gonna go find some men in the casino. The best place to meet people. So, having successfully accomplished their task, the rest of the crew, dressed in normal attire, gather around the Bellagio's fountain displayed during its show. They watch contently in silence and satisfaction. As the show continues, they leave one by one, going their separate ways. It's wonderful. So originally they're supposed to just be walking down the road and then slowly like walking away from each
Okay.
other. But then like, I guess Soderbergh was like, let's do it in front of this fountain. And he's just like, all right, when y'all feel it's time to go, just like look at this fountain, being proud of yourselves and like how great this show is or whatever, the fountains. And then whenever you feel good, walk away. First person that's supposed to walk away is Brad. Last person is Saul.
Yeah. How do you think you would have? Do you think you would have been able to contain your excitement for what you just did?
I'll just be like, well, in the, as we see the SWAT car kind of leaving the place and like going to like where they're gonna hide the SWAT car, I'd be like, this is so good. We're so smart.
But then I'd be paranoid
Hope
forever.
Danny's not dead. Yeah, I'd be like, all right, well, I'm going to another country now forever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So 3 to 6 months after the
'cause
job.
That's how long he said he was going to be gone.
Yeah, and then I love like the title card pops up 3 to 6 months later. Danny is released from the same prison. Rusty stands outside the front
Hope
gate
you were the
waiting
groom.
him. Yeah, yeah, it's great because they give each other friendly like insults and head towards Rusty's car. Hope you were the groom. Ted Nugent called. He wants your shirt back. Along the way, Rusty subtly points out that Benedict's two goons are in the nearby vehicle. In the back of Rusty's car seat sits Tess. Danny joins her, the two kiss, and Rusty drives off and away. Not far behind, Benedict's men follow. Cut to black.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah. That
It
was
makes me wanna
great.
watch the next one right now.
I know. They're not as good. I think 13's probably, I think I enjoyed 13
I've never
more than
seen-
12.
I just saw 12. I never saw 13.
Oh, watch all of them. They're all great. I think, maybe I'm getting it wrong. I think 13, they're just like,
Is that the one where they steal the Fabergé egg?
dude, I can't remember, man. I actually got the heist like confused from like one of the other movies. Like, didn't it all go wrong at some point? But that's in one of the other ones.
I love the dancing thief guy in the
Yeah.
next, the rival thief. And
Yeah.
I can't remember which one he's in,
I can't remember either.
but that's the one with the Fabergé egg.
It's
I
like
think.
I didn't realize how much I thought these all blended together. Like I remember how this one begins and then like how the crew comes together. But I was just like afterwards, I was like, how does this heist go? Which heist is this? But yeah, love it. Love a good, fun heist movie.
Hell yeah.
It's like just give me 15 of these over and over. We should be at Ocean's 20 right now.
Ocean's just giving orders from like a hospital.
Yeah, it's just
bed.
like you hear the breathing machine. So yeah, that's Ocean's 11. We're gonna do our couple categories. The first one is the good, the bad, the ugly, the fine. It's where we discuss the good of the film, something we like, the bad, something we didn't like, the ugly, something that didn't age well, the fine, something that did age well. The good to me is like the stylish, slick editing and the look of
Yeah.
it and the directing. Obviously, the performances. You
Yeah.
just get some of the like
Hell yeah.
your favorite people in
That
the
was
movie.
my favorite too. Just all of them together in one movie.
Yeah.
It's always the best shit.
And I put down in my notes, Avengers wish they could assemble a movie like this.
Hell yeah, they do. They couldn't heist anything.
They tried an Endgame where they're gonna like get a time machine gem, the power gem stones, whatever.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Which was fun, but I don't know. It's just there's something so sleek about this movie that just like yes,
Yeah, like the intelligent heist to me is always better than just brute force.
Yeah,
I think.
exactly. Like there was no fighting in this. It was just like people use their smarts and skills and money
Hell
to
yeah.
get into places.
Thick as thieves.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like an adult person's fun movie, right?
No, well, yeah. I was watching it this morning, and my 7-year-old. No, how old is she? 5. She's 5. 6. She's 6.
All right.
She.
I have no idea how old she is at this point.
I forget sometimes. She really liked the part where they're with the Mormon brothers
Yeah.
are racing the cars and he runs it over. Yeah. She laughed so hard at that.
Did she enjoy the whole movie?
No, she had to go to school.
Oh, that makes sense.
I keep her out of school to watch movies.
Dude, wish you were my dad.
We do get him out of school to watch movies.
Jason,
sometimes.
adopt me. Oh yeah, because y'all got him out of the movie or
For
out of
the,
school
Minecraft.
to Minecraft.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was awesome. We had
Hell
a great
yeah.
time.
Yeah, I bet.
We were in the theater with all of the homeschoolers.
If you literally, if like any parent would take me out of school to watch any movie, even if it sucked, I'd be like, "This is a pretty good movie." If you
Hell
ask
yeah.
me, I don't care how bad this movie is. Pretty good movie. If I got out of school early.
Really?
For the bad, I said the fact that it's a perfect movie. So I guess that's bad. I don't know.
I didn't really have anything bad. And the only thing that I thought was a little ugly was the dog race.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
I hate that that's still a thing.
And the fact that his dog was so far in last place. He's like, oh fuck it.
Everybody knows this, like how he breaks at the end.
Yeah, and it's just like, nope, dog didn't. He was
But
very
have you
far
ever
behind.
been to a dog race?
I haven't.
I've been. We spent one day there a long time ago. Me and my friends, and like at the time, I was having a blast.
Yeah,
Until afterwards, you realize like these dogs have pretty shitty existence.
yeah, which sucks. I mean, like if I had like a super fast dog that could win races, I'd be like, this dog will be
You'd be
pampered
nice
for
to
the
it.
rest of life.
Right.
Right.
I mean, I think that's what there's like adoption agencies that try to adopt out these greyhounds
Really?
because once they're done with them, they either just get killed or they just get thrown out. You know?
Yeah. So it's like horse races and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Same thing. And
I
like
didn't know about
horse
horses.
shows. Horse shows. Ugh, they treat those horses terribly.
I don't think not even horses deserve that, and
Yeah.
that's saying a lot.
And he hates horses. Man, do you like greyhounds? Like the dogs?
I think they're beautiful.
They
yeah.
look awesome. Apparently, they're crazy dogs don't because obviously you have to have
I think they're
a
hilarious.
racing track to keep them.
There's this one TikTok creator that dresses her greyhound up in all these like fancy outfits.
Is it like the small greyhound? It's like Tiggy or
yeah,
something.
maybe.
Yeah, and it's like this
God,
tiny like miniature greyhound looking thing.
fantastic.
I think it's like named Iggy or something like that.
Maybe, yeah.
It's so cute, and it kind of like trembles like a little bit of a Chihuahua does. I do like, my wife works in vet medicine or whatever, and so she knows all like about the breeds and how they act and stuff. And she's like, greyhounds, no, we can't do that. And I was like, but they're so cute.
Oh,
But and like their skin is like so thin.
really?
Apparently, you can like see through sometimes.
Ugh,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
But yeah, they're adorable looking
They
dogs.
are.
So yeah.
Little faces.
For the ugly for me is like there's no fucking way you find all these thieves and they're all hot. Insane. Is that just like something that is true? Like, because I mean, all the thief movies, they always, because they're actors, they're all attractive.
Yeah, right.
But like back in the day when you had like the thief movies, like the movie Thief, I'm like, no, none of these people are attractive. And it's like, I feel like that's more realistic.
Yeah, maybe. But like a lot of them are also con men. And I think
That's
in
true.
order to be a con man, I don't think you have to be super attractive, but I think it
Yeah.
helps.
You have to be like, you saw Lost, like Sawyer, where it's like, he's attractive, but also kind of not attractive. But he's like, he's a man, you know? And I feel like you have to look like a man. And like, what I mean by that is like, you look like a goddamn man, right? Like, this
Yeah.
person could take care of me type of look to him. Even though he might not be super attractive, but he looks like a man, you know?
Yeah, sure.
I guess I just wanted to say the word man a
Man.
lot. For the fine, I said heist movies, baby.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Anytime there's a heist movie, I'm down to watch. Just even if it was bad, I'd be like, pretty good heist movie. And Soderbergh, he's kind of the king of heist movies.
Yeah,
He's a lot of them.
really.
3 Oceans movie, and
He did all 3 of the Oceans?
Mhm.
Oh, well.
yeah, and he's got Logan Lucky, which is like redneck version of this movie,
That's great.
and that other movie that what was it? Shit with George Clooney and J-Lo. Fuck, it's really good.
Oh,
It's really
you
good.
just said it earlier.
Yep, I did. and it's called Out of Sight, which is fun. I can't remember if that's whatever. I'll cut this. But yeah, Soderbergh, he's just an excellent director, and
Fuck yeah,
I feel like
man.
he's not as known of a name, but like the guy's just kind of one of the smartest directors we have, and we don't appreciate him enough. What do you got for the fun?
No, I think that pretty much sums it up. Like, I love heist movies.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some bad ones, and I think over the years, if you go back and watch older heist movies, they're just not as good.
Yeah,
But this one really held up more than the others.
yeah.
So I think
Like
maybe it's just defined as Soderbergh.
we'll be doing a few more. Like Michael Mann does some good heist movies. Heat and Thief. I've never seen The Sting. I need to watch that. That's like known as like the best heist movie. It's like where most heist movies get their
Sting.
ideas and like the whole like planning out. Like most heist movies that you see stem from the Sting.
Oh, nice.
I need to watch it.
I need to.
Yeah, so that's that category. We're going to do our next one, double feature. It's a movie we recommend alongside this movie. I picked what I earlier said, Logan Lucky, Ocean's 11, but redneck. It's like everybody and it's so dumb. It's got Channing Tatum, and he's just such a
That's
dimwit.
great.
But it's so great because
He's really funny.
they're all really funny, and this is when everybody's like, wait, Channing Tatum's kind of like one of the funniest people alive, and he's hot as hell. Adam Driver, he's in it. Daniel Craig, come on, man. It's great. Katie Holmes, Riley Keough.
That sounds really good. I have to check it out.
Oh, I think it's on like Amazon. Yeah, it's on. Oh, no, it's on Netflix, so go watch it. It's just down on their luck, lower middle class, or just not even lower middle class, just poor. Poor people in the country. It stems around like a NASCAR race too. So it's
wow, that's wild.
it's amazing. It's great. So what do you got for double feature?
Another George Clooney heist movie, Three Kings.
Three Kings, David O. Russell. Yeah.
I really like that one.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in. Wait, have I ever? No, I've watched it as a kid because that's got let's see.
You're stealing all the Kuwaiti gold.
Because I think that has what's his fucking name? Yeah, it's got Spike Jonze, Mark Wahlberg, and George Clooney, Ice Cube. Yeah, because Spike Jonze, he did like Her, the movie Her.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's a great director himself. Yeah, that's a great recommendation. Fun. So yeah, that's our discussion. Ocean's 11. So make sure you join us next week as we're gonna do Tom Cruise's first villain role. Collateral. Michael Mann, baby. I was just talking about It's a really fun movie.
Sounds like you got man on the brain.
Yeah, I got man on the brain. Yeah, I've been saying man a lot, haven't I? Yeah, that's great. Make sure you join us next week for that. It's a goddamn banger, baby. Yeah.
And Tom Cruise is a silver fox or something.
He's a coyote.
Didn't he have gray hair in that one?
Mhm,
Or like
yeah.
silver hair?
Yeah, it's wonderful that we're talking about Tom Cruise because the Mission Impossible is about to come out, which has gotten not very good reviews,
Oh, that
which is
sucks.
crazy because all but one of those movies have ever gotten bad reviews, essentially. The second one. Yeah, join us next week for that. And leave us some fan mail. You can go in the description. We got a link at the top or our email at the bottom. It's werecommendmailbag@gmail.com. Love to hear from you. Leave us some reviews, baby. Come on, do it, please. Or we'll heist us some
We'll
reviews.
send you pictures of Jesse's feet.
Yeah. And one of them has a bruise because every time I wake up, I kick my dog's kennel. Yay. Yeah. And I'd like to thank Joey Prosser for our intro and outro music. You can follow him on X at Mr. Joey Prosser. And God dang it, this has been the We Recommend podcast. I'm Jesse.
I'm Jason.
And, heist, baby.
We're going to steal out of here.
Bye.